practical action with funding from OFDA, Department of USAID, is implementing a vulnerability to resilience project. The project covers 3 sectors. The 3 sectors are water, sanitation, and hygiene as one component, economic recovery and market system as another component, agriculture, food security as another.
The scorching heat welcomes you to the expansive Mandera County, predominantly dry and bare. But these are conditions the residents of this county have to cope up with to eco-living. In this drought-prone area, livestock is a precious commodity.
The problem we had was that we had only one source, which was a shallow well, which is very far from the community. And the water there, sometimes it goes down.
Sometimes Mother Nature isn't kind and water becomes scarce, putting families and livestock at risk. Garbakolei residents depend on shallow wells to water their livestock. The residents praise the water and livestock, praying there will be plenty in times ahead. This water source is not only dependent on by locals, but residents of neighboring Somalia as well.
We need more traps, we need more shallow wells to be dug.
Since water is life, water sustainability is a priority. And need practical action, Eastern Africa, with the assistance of USAID OFDA, is working with residents of Mandera County to address. In a project dubbed Vulnerability to Resilience, V2R, project manager Alkea Mohammed knows all too well why it needs to work.
Rehabilitating 3 shallow wells, we've already done 1, and constructing 2 water troughs. Construction of these water structures, combined with the software which we are training communities and capacity building them, will translate into reduced walking distance for women who are engaged in collection of water and fetching water. It will also mitigate the risks of the cyclic drought and build communities' resilience.
The work has already begun in all the 3 sectors of agriculture and livestock services, water development and hygiene, economic recovery and market development, targeting Mandera, Ramu, Ashabito and Khalalio locations. The project is intended to build communities' resilience towards shocks and hazards faced as a result of the cyclic drought.
The rains we are not benefiting. There is a hill which is around the village. And so when the water comes now, we wanted that catchment of that water to go into that tank, so that we benefit that water, and then we live along with the shallow wells, which in health-wise is not something good-wise. Both the water and the tanks, normally some of them are not covered.
But beyond that, women who often trek over 10 kilometers to fetch water for their daily chores had their needs addressed as well.
The mothers are suffering and they are traveling to shallow wells, which is 5 kilometers from here, and doing that shallow wells, again they're doing pulling for themselves. Then to see that, we have now bring this the underground tank to near to the mothers.
The water project also addresses the pertinent issues of hygiene and poor sanitation.
Everywhere you see dust. We never used to wash our hands after using the toilet. The water we fetch from the shallow wells, we just drink.
With training under the Water Sanitation and Hygiene Project, women are beginning to see a difference in their households, especially where waterborne disease and contamination are concerned. 20 mothers in Garbakolei have benefited from hygiene awareness sessions. In addition, 20 households in Garbakolei and Kurmathao have been reached through house visit to reach mothers as a channel of hygiene communication. The frequency of children going to hospitals due to diarrhea and such-like complications have reduced significantly.
The rate of illness has reduced. They don't get hospitalized as much.
These shallow wells, there is so much contamination. and there's contamination at source and also during transport and handling, and also for the mothers with the need to adopt boiling as one of the ways of making the water safe. They are also adopting other practices in relation to waste disposal and excreta disposal at their households. There's also uptake in terms of water treatment. There are those who can afford water purification agents.
Through this initiative, it is hoped that less time will be spent on sourcing for water and geared more towards other productive activities. Drought is not the only challenge in this border county. Conflict is also a major hindrance to development. There is inter-clan conflict between the two predominant clans, Gare and Degodia. There are flares of insecurity as it borders Somalia and fights with neighboring Ethiopia as well. Some have lost their homes and livelihoods in this turmoil. Ramu, once a thriving economic center, is a shell of its former self.
Tunapata tabu mingi wakati watu kukosana, sisi unakosa mali mingi, unakosa mbuzi, unakosa ng'ombe, wale iko hata iko pesa unakosa pesa.
But slowly the residents are trying to go back to normalcy. Some residents through the organization were identified for restocking with the hope they can pick up pieces of their lives through this seed stock. The women have not been left behind. They too will soon start activities that will secure food for their families and perhaps even boost the family economy. 200 poor and vulnerable women from Mandera, Ramu, Ashabito and Halalio locations in the county will receive broad-leaved vegetable seeds such as kales to do kitchen gardens around their homestead with little kitchen wastewater. This will provide them with dietary needs to supplement their daily requirement.
Tunasaidiwa na wasichana wetu wa agriculture, ndio kama walimu wetu wanatufunza mambo ya kupanda matunda ama mboga. Vile tutapanda na tutaona income yetu ni kubwa, tunaweza kukula pande moja na pande moja tununulie watoto maziwa. Ama hata sana kwanza mboga nyewe ndio shida kupata, tutafaidika kabisa. Sababu saa hii ukikimbia uende kwa soko huwezi pata mboga ya kutosha.
And after restocking of 60 households, each with 2 female and 1 male goat, in the very near future, they will be able to bring their livestock to this livestock market in Ramu, which will soon be rehabilitated under the Agriculture and Food Security Project. At the moment, it is dilapidated, but it holds promise.
What Practical Action has agreed with the community here is to try and renovate this structure so that vibrant marketing activities will go on. Usually, animals come here in hundreds, if not thousands, from also across the border and also from within the community here of Ramu. And
whereas the Ramu livestock market is deserted due to the ongoing interclan conflict, the market in Mandera town is a beehive of activity.
There are mothers who sell tea there. There are some mothers who are selling grass here. There's also somebody who will come with a kettle. There's a certain broker who will lead that kettle. That broker will get a small tea from that kettle now.
But this market that serves 3 different countries, Ethiopia, Somalia and Kenya, will soon have a facelift after the stakeholders received trainings on marketing and related aspects under the project.
Rehabilitating all the crashes, we are building, we are yet to start. We are yet to start building loading ramps and bays. Rehabilitation of market stalls, development of access to farms.
So far, these projects by Practical Action Eastern Africa are in progress and are providing valuable lessons, experiences and insights that would be important in replication of similar projects. Further, the current project is a pilot spanning only a limited area for a period of 1 year, and scaling up of project activities and interventions to cover the larger Mandera County would be at best to address the critical needs of the vulnerable and undeserved disaster-prone population. This will bring into realization the long-term objective of a society that is self-sufficient and resilient to shocks and hazards emanating from droughts.